Uh, Hello, everybody. I might have been just a little bit more quiet uh, as I was setting up just now, but all for a good reason. Is that we're still working on doing multiple streams on this channel, and I probably just took a little time in order to sit down and then just be absolutely sure that our simul stream here on Twitch and YouTube was just going well on both sides before I decided to start speaking up. So now I will run the prerequisite 2-minute ad on Twitch, and then we can get started on playing this very excellent game. This is a game that has probably been in the works since maybe about 2024, and the game very much intended to be the spiritual successor to that very well-known indie game known as Shovel Knight. As they had put it themselves, is that Shovel Knight seemed to be their Super Mario. This is their Legend of Zelda. It is a game that is very well steeped in the traditions of Legend of Zelda, particularly on the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color. Just a game that probably needs no introduction, but is getting one anyway, courtesy of me. This is Mina the Hollower. This is we are about to explore the deepest, darkest depths of a cursed village. There will be food and drink and zombies. Maybe not so many zombies. But thank you everybody for tuning in so far. Is that it has been quite a wonderful experiment, and there's going to be lots more experiments on this channel just coming up soon. So I do appreciate everybody for staying tuned as I just kind of slowly work my way into a newer and better channel. But I digress at this point. Okay, we're just wrapping up the commercials. We're going to go ahead and we're going to start with the intro. Alright. Meow.
This fearless caddis is the raddest, has skills of the baddest, magic,
Swinging buzzing
no status, practically unmatched, runs all of the gamut, in fact,
He's a reference
games
guy.
enchanting, bent wizardly hatting, questing, stacking, napping, this,
Can diversify.
witty banter, seeking kitty answers, roll 20 to scamper, tune in,
And enjoy the ride.
Brady, the RPG cat. Brady, the RPG cat.
Hello, cats and kittens, felines and felidae, humans and variant humans, and every race, class, and subclass. Welcome to another episode of Braining the RPG Cat. Tonight, we are playing a very anticipated game. So anticipated that it had almost immediately sold 500,000 copies on Steam the moment that it was released. Here we have Mina the Hollower, a game from Yacht Club Games, the creator of Shovel Knight, which is one of my all-time favorite indie games, and was an indie game favorite for a long period of time as well. But I guess that is all I get an opportunity to say about that. Let's see, something I need here. Okay, here we are. Gawa. Yeah, I don't need that there. I need this here. There we go. Just minor technical difficulties, folks. Alright, folks. Thank you, everybody, for staying tuned in. Let's not waste another minute of time. Let's go ahead and let's just play this little beauty. Alright, so register my name. What do you think I'm going to put in, folks? B to the R to the A to the I to the N to the Y. Alright. Not gonna have my character name that. At least, I don't think I'm going to have my character name that. I am looking at a piece of paper. Dear Mina, it is the dimming of light on Tenebrous Isle. I write with great unease. 10 years have passed since your ingenious spark generators brought prosperity to our central city of Ossex. Now their light falters, warping the landscape. Baron Lionel, your esteemed patron, has requested your aid. Your expertise as the creator of these generators, and your skill as a hollower, will both be crucial. For the issue may be deeper than mere technical faults. We trust in your ability to unravel this mystery and restore these generators. Like we're in for a mystery. Oh my gosh. Oh man, do I have the munchies. Well, of course, you know, they're a mouse, so that's normal. Open Tenebrous Isle. Well, already our captain looks like Popeye. Ah, Mina was it. Good evening. Just in time for the landfall. See those cliffs there? They're knocked out cold. Uh-oh. Looks like everyone is knocked out cold. Alright, well. So what can I possibly do here? Well, I think I have to go downstairs. I don't have a choice in it. I'm just gonna go downstairs. Grab the stuff that's down here. Where tutorial bossin'. They remain knocked out cold. Maybe there's something downstairs I didn't find. There we go. That's how I was supposed to jump that. Because there is jumping in this game, just once again, just like the Game Boy Color versions of Zelda. What in blazes is happening? Grab a weapon and hold on to your haunches. Daggers, tap X to stab in quick succession. Night Star, press X to strike from a distance. Hammer with explosive force, hold X to charge up, and then move to roll. You know, I'm gonna go with the whip. If you want to try the other weapons, do it, and set yourself topside, and woe be to you if it is the Kraken, lass. Alright. Woe be it to ye if the Kraken sets to attack the sheep, yeah. Well, does the Kraken have tentacles with heads on it? Because, yeah, that's, then that is definitely he. Alright. Oh, wow, I am taking a lot of damage. Obviously more than the Kraken is. We've lost control. We're headed straight for the cliffs. Hey, Reaper is here. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Loser! Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Well, you should be, because you are dirt. You make me sick, you big baby.
I don't feel sorry for myself because I was doomed to fail that one. Mina, wake up, wake up. You're still with us. What a relief. How long was I out? Long enough for things to go sideways, miss. Here, Lionel insisted you take these vials. They'll heal you right up. I'm gonna keep scrounging for supplies. Maybe I'll see you in R6. Stay safe out there. Probably not gonna get to change my weapon, at least not right away. I'm going to be stuck with the, Simon Belmont experience. Alright. Thank you very much for tuning in, Reaper. How are you doing tonight? Good, my mind is wandering though. Yeah, well, mine is too. Nothing like a brand new video game to help me stay focused. I had already mostly harmed myself fighting the Kraken. And you're after a gnat. Because there's a gnat in your house? I mean, that's one good reason to be after a gnat if there is a gnat in your house. Alright. Already digging the soundtrack. This guy be shielding himself. So clearly I can tell that instead of treasure, I'm gonna lose these bone things that I keep finding. Yeah, the gnat in your bedroom. Okay, well. I don't have anything except for my main weapon and these vials that I can use in order to heal myself. Oh, hey there. Something's blocking the way. Wish I was a hollower and I could just hold A to burrow and grab things. The good thing I was reminded of that. Suddenly, this game has turned into a combination of Castlevania and Mole-mania. Alright. Definitely go that way. Not so sure about this way. Oh, I go up. I go up through the column. That's what I'm doing. Burrowing. I'm already doing so well at this potential future game of the year. He can't whip through it, can't get through the shrubbery. Knee capable I am of getting through the shrubbery. Ow. I had to suspect that was going to happen. Yay, more vials. I was supposed to use the rock on that wall. Well, I was able to do the same thing by whipping it with my Morning Star, so... The rock on that wall. Obviously not that wall. Though I always have to wreck the boxes because, you know, they're pretty nice boxes. I definitely would reuse them if given the opportunity. There's probably something I can do with the enemies, like uproot them or something like that. So I don't have to spend all this time sparring against their shield. Or perhaps I'm just dreaming that. Just the wishful thinking. Always having to spar with a bad guy who decided to bring a big gas bronze shield with him. Alright. Okay, that looks valuable. Otherwise, they wouldn't have put it in a bubble. Alright. Okay, and also I assume I can burrow down there and grab some buried object. There we go. This game is teaching me its mechanics, without resorting to tutorials. Yes, keep watch for the shiny. Something I also quite frequently remember from playing Shovel Knight. Alright. Well, we've run into our Deku scrub of the game. I don't want your number, no, I don't want to give you mine. I don't want none of your time. I don't want no scrub. A scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Alright. Okay, we've gotten our secondary weapon. Press Y to shoot spinning daggers. Okay. Oh, wow, he came out swinging for me. I'm feeling the creeping specter of Dark Souls-like mechanics. So, where did I get that? I got that from whipping the candelabra. There it is. So, seeing a lot of Zelda, seeing a lot of Castlevania, seeing a little Dark Souls. Boy, those guys are fast. I need to remember to use the boomerang on them instead. Probably very helpful. Alright. Keeping watch for the shiny. Keeping watch for the shiny probably means that there's one in the vicinity that I have not quite looked upon just yet. Just continuing to use that as a reminder. Keep watching for the shiny. Yeah, the boomerang is definitely there to take care of Monsieur Gendarme right there. Okay, they die to boulders really easily. Alright. Oh, I have a limited number of these too. Okay, it's not just a treasure, it's a specifically named treasure. So yeah, they're keeping track of how well I'm capable of finding some of the secrets that they put around here. Spring flower. Yon Sagoi. Out of heck with you. I travel all the way up there and I hit a dead end, so I should actually be going this way. There's also a way to get up to this scaffolding right here, but I don't think I possess the means to do that just yet. Probably get a double jump later on or something. Okay, this doesn't look like a way across either. Oh, psh, I'm such a ditz. Maybe I can just get down there from over here. There's a shiny piece. Alright. See there, Reaper? I did what you told me. I looked out for the shiny. And I found the shiny. Okay. I can get down here. I don't think I can burrow in this ground right here. I have to use the Yon Sugoi to get across. Alright. Certainly enjoy the notion of using the boomerangs, but then I have a limited number of them. Yay, more shinies. Alright. Can't stop the rock, can't stop the rock. Alright. I feel as though that this was supposed to be a check. Oh, actually, it's an underground area. Wow, that guy's really guarding that thing. Okay, can't do that. Not allowed to do that. Still daggers over here? Alright. Ah, forget it, I already beat this sequence. Uh-oh. I think maybe that guard has the ability to go across the field, but this one doesn't. That one can jump, this one cannot. I increased attack. This time I'll increase defense. Going for the well-rounded Hollower here. Okay, I need a key in order to get across this block. I think that's what that's telling me. Alright. Wonder where I might find the key around here. So it's often one of the enemies is usually holding a key in a Zelda game. I came all the way up here before, but all the candlesticks are back. Went in here. Alright. Which way am I going? You know, I went here last time. I don't think I went... Well, I went right on my way back down. Alright. I wonder if I got what was in that little pocket right there. Maybe that's where the key is. Nope, just a bunch of bones. But you would expect from digging up in the ground. I don't think I quite know the distance to which these things travel. Okay, I can whip the lamps. I don't think I have a reason to whip the lamps. See, they really thought things out because, you know, just putting this one rock block there means that there's nothing I can do in order to cheat the sequence in this direction. But Yacht Club is really good with game design in just that way. Hey, weird stinger owl bat thing. I don't suppose you happen to have a key on you, do you? Alright. I don't get it. These are the tutorial stages. I would think, yeah, this would be really nearby somewhere. I think I left this area here unexplored a little bit. Missed my opportunity to just club one of these guys with a rock. Let's see. I'm gonna go south a little bit. I've been on this one screen for too long. Whee! One thing I remember a lot about the classic Zeldas is falling down pits all the time. This definitely is just becoming the path up here again. Hang on a second. Yeah, there's another shiny, but it's not going to result in me getting the key item. The key item. The item that happens to be the key. Everything here is completely and thoroughly obliterated. What else could I be missing? I haven't tried to harm this big tree yet. I don't think I'm actually able to. Now that's the same room as before. It suddenly occurs to me that after I hit a checkpoint, I can dig in it in order to find an underground area. So put all of my bones in this machine and then press A in order to trigger a second level up, I believe. Kinda like a slot machine. Alright. Good amount of leveling up. What do you have to say? The ship I fled down here, miss. Is this your hideout? Not exactly. This is a Hollower's underlab. We can rest here. That geyser will take you back up. I just learned this. So yeah, right now I still only just have the mace as my weapon. This machine dispenses plasma vials. Okay. Then convert vials to health. Hello, Queen Vampiress. Thank you very much for tuning into the stream. We are playing what has a very good what is a very good candidate for Game of the Year 2026. Although I actually have a rather strong fondness for Mouse PI. 2026 is the year of the gaming rodent, apparently. Okay, so if I was able to get to that underground area in by going through that hole, there was also a hole next to the area that needed the key, so my brilliant cat-like senses of deduction have led me to conclude that there is also something in here that's I could possibly mine for a potential key. I think I was down here before. Yay! Hatchets. Does the hatchet help me get rid of this big burly bully boy right here? I think for the time being, I still prefer the daggers. Alright, I can see where the key is, but I think I have to complete a sequence here. I can't let myself fall again. What to do? What to do? Oh, well. I guess I was completely out of health the last time I fell down, so that didn't instantly kill me. I think there's an ability to, like, go from burrowing straight to hopping. Don't just stand there, or hop there, rather. You know, help me out with this puzzle. Would you help me out with this? My boy here does not have ADHD. He just likes to jump. I mean, you know, I do a small hop every time I come out of the ground. Yeah, I can't go from a hole into... There has to be another way around. Unless there's something else that is missing in this stage that I haven't found yet. Tunnel under this guy. I can't even lift him from underneath. Thing is, yeah, I don't think I can even leave this level until I get to that area right there. Did I make a boo-boo? Was I supposed to have gotten the axe? I could have gotten the axe, and now I can't solve this because I don't have the axe. Let's go, Mina. How are you liking it? I am liking it a lot, Goldie. Thank you very much for asking. I am rather stuck on this puzzle, though. Let's see. What is my meatloaf-like brain not seeing about this situation? Oh, well. It looks like you can just really, really cheese that jump right there. Let's see if I can do it again. I think they're teaching me that as a tactic, is to jump after tunneling. Okay, you can't just make these guys fall off the cliffs. There's a change in the jump, like it's a long jump when you do it this way. Alright. Well, we finally got the key. Things still seem relatively perilous about here. What did I just learn? That Val can eject themselves at the ground at a greater width than just merely hopping over cliffs. I hear they're giving me another poser. Hey, would you just ever so kindly face another direction so I can wham you? Judo Kame, thank you very much for tuning in. That's... okay. Well, given how well this is going so far, I might as well take a brief moment in order to do some shoutouts here. Everybody, go and pay a visit to my buddy Gold T Fish. This is a very fantastic streamer. Is that they regularly stream Souls-likes and other games with all sorts of interesting stuff with them, and I think we're going to be getting together this coming Tuesday, and we're going to be playing the Harlan Ellison game, I Have No Mouth, Yet I Must Scream, so I'm looking forward to that. And also check out Judo Kame. You know. Something has gone wrong with these clips, is that they just don't seem to be playing. That's a shame. That cutscene had some giat, though. Oh, that's an older clip. Yeah, definitely. Congratulations on your 5-stream streak, Queen Empress. Alright. I suddenly remember how roughly armored this guy is. Alright. Two lips is all we need, as far as raiding gardens go. Boing. My ship crashed. It was attacked. Everyone's gone. I must reach Ossex. Can you help, please? This door stays shut. Think you best keep moving. Ah, shucks. Here you know. Take these bones. Might buy you something if there's anything left out there. Okay, there you go. That's what you get for being a booger shooter. A booger shooter. Shooting boogers. Oh, so shiny here. A little bit more loot. Okay, we're not far in the game, enough in the game in order to experience switches that don't stay switched unless you put like a big heavy rock on them or something like that. Alright. I'm gonna be doing that each time I jump now. I think that maybe that's kind of what they wanted. Okay, there was still something I could have potentially gotten out of that stage, but... This is quite nice, is that, like, every... checkpoint is also a potential rest stop. That's a great little feature right there. Okay, that was not enough to level up this time. Okay, we've got the standard annoying bats in the game now. I mean, what is a bat but a mouse with wings? Is that these guys appear to be revolting. Alright. Oi! Blah, 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 blah. Everything in the village is made of fire. How was anybody able to live here for such a long period of time? Oh, look at that. There is the biggest potential bully right there. Our version of the Black Knight fight, I suppose. Ouch. Okay. Can't take this too lightly. All right. Okay, folks, we're headed to our very first ad break on Twitch. We will be back after this 2-minute break. Of course, if you don't want to see any breaks at all, we are also streaming on YouTube, so I don't know, supposing that the timing is right. Reaper, my chat is flaming. Alright. Alright, so. Fire. There is so much fire. There is, I would say, a potentially dangerous amount of fire around. Wouldn't you agree? Okay, that's just a lamp. This guy's got one hell of a golf swing. Yikes! I'm starting to deeply resent these bat people. This is where that aforementioned Dark Souls comes in. Just gotta really make sure that I get the better of this guy's attack pattern. Do I have anything to give to the level up machine? Nope, doesn't look like it. I had already used this one. They just make sure that I'm not allowed to use it a second time. No potential modifiers yet. Sure, given the right modifiers, this little mid-boss right here would be a cinch. Okay, yeah, destroying these lamps don't do anything. And in fact, the lamps appear to be indestructible. Ah! Okay, getting awful tired of you. I see you jocking me. Try to play like you know me. So the little vials, I believe that they power up my weapon. And they go into the weapon slot, but I don't have a weapon until I grab this one. That's how that all works. Alright. It's time for me to steal myself. Yeah! Yeesh. Okay, don't get excited, just stick and move. That's the way it's done. Alright. Makes me wish I picked out the faster weapon. Oh well. Oh, almost got him right there. Okay, well, at least I know what my stratagem is. Can't win for losing. Alright. Come over here and fight me. You know, instead of doing the usual bit of knocking me off my platform. Alright. Can I tunnel under the fire? Nope, obviously not. The music here is just so sweet and calm. I am moments from having to deal with this jerk again. Get him. Yeah. I thought the heavies and mouse PI were bad. This is relatively more complicated than having a simple dodge roll. Happy to have a cheering section for from tonight's chat. That is definitely something that is helping me to soldier on here. That wall looks like it could be blown up. The heck you say? Those sorts of things almost never happen in these sorts of games. I suspect I do not immediately have the thing that I would need in order to blow up a wall. Jeez. Alright. Okay, the orb gives me unlimited amounts of swingers, so it's also something I should be taking advantage of in this fight. I thought the other guys were quite immune to swingers, so maybe this guy is too. Just gotta throw them right. Okay, there we go. Once again, the mind has vastly shown itself to be superior to the body. Okay, probably don't have much to do here. Ugh. Seems like Mr. Ads Manager decided to give up the ghost for a second here. Let me see if I can refresh it and bring it back. I need to know when my commercials are. Alright. Return to your home now. Return to your home. Yikes. Well. This must be the terrible thing that potentially happened to my home village. Radiant mana is beyond here. Access is restricted. Wait, a letter from the Marshal of Ossex? Surely that could easily be forged. It is not forged, and don't call me Shirley. I am Mina of Hollower fame. Did you see that? I cut that traded down. Alright. Spark generators. As Lionel's great spark generators all gleam, Osix stands proud the crown of the dream. Yeah, and I'm here to fix them if, you know, these guys would get out of the way. This is a Anthro game, so of course our leader is a lion. Proverbial king of the beasts. Probably a very impressive jump I can do there once I get more power-ups. Just go with the advice of the angry video game nerd. Get the axe. Get the axe. Well, get the knife. Get the knife. Get the knife and keep the knife. Because the knife is obviously the better secondary weapon. Good evening, Mina. Been a while, hasn't it? Master Lionel will be delighted to see you. You guys don't sound delighted. I would say that this is a gaggle, or dare I may say kerfuffle worth of people. With this, we open not just a house, but a home, a promise of a brighter future for those who need. Wait, it can't be. Mina! After all these years, please, you must join me up front. Lionel, we must speak at once. It's dreadful. The whole town... Now, let's not keep our guests in suspense. Meet the brilliant mind behind the spark generators, Mina the Hollower. Her invention has led us here to this moment. The Osix Orphanage Wing is officially open. Welcome all. That guy is so turning into Dracula, isn't he? So you designed the spark generators. I suppose I should thank you. I always wanted to hold a big ribbon. Now our orphans like me have somewhere to go. Now we have two heroes, Lionel and Mina. Make me proud of Osix. So I probably should not have opened those presents, but... okay. Where did Lionel go? I was still trying to talk to him. Guess he went to the front. Lionel, you don't understand. A monster ripped through us. The crew, everyone in the city. It's in flames. My dear, please breathe. I'm truly sorry. I assure you the gods under my command will restore order to Tenebris. You will be safe, Mina. You're not alone anymore. And don't worry about the generators for now. Take a moment while I finish up here. When you're ready, I'll be waiting in the main square. Hey, free presents. Well, I believe I am sufficiently freshened up. I didn't realize you'd be involved in the ceremony. Master Lionel certainly favors you, doesn't he? Well, yeah, I made that thing which powers all of this stuff. Okay, meeting me in the courtyard. A likely story. Get the knife. Get the knife and keep the knife. Stop, Hollower! Out of my way! No one will stop me from riding to the embers of those wretched generators. Think I'm afraid of you flapping your little wings at me? Simply have no idea what you're up against. Big talk for a city-burning conspirator. Such a haughty bouse. Let's hear how loud you squeak. Suddenly, I find myself in another boss battle. This guy has got Black Knight written all over him. It wouldn't be a Yacht Club game without lots and lots of fights just like this one. The fact that he leaves a giant crack after he does that one move is probably some kind of weakness that I could potentially be exploiting. Oh. Well, now I'm out of knives, regrettably. Hang on a second. With this, nope, no weapon. Somehow I got 5 knives. I probably got like a refresher, one of those refresher vials. Yoink. Well, at least I'm making them count. Okay, I've got him going. Don't get excited. Just stick and move. Alright. Maybe I should watch out burrowing around them because I could create like a big chasm or something. That takes care of you. This isn't over, Mina. Time to fly. We get it. You're a bat. Stop right there, terrorist. What's that about, Lionel? Is he trying to destroy our work? I'm sorry you were dragged into danger again. Curse that Ministorn. He struck us without mercy, but nothing will break the spirit of our six. Allow me to show you. So this will help me just turn my entire, like, my 1,000 bones into a stone that will be worth 1,000. This increases attack, this increases defense. I probably need a lot more defense. Ooh, nice transition to cutscene. It warms my heart to see you in Ossex again. Look upon its beauty. You've helped make a better life for so many. It may not stay that way, Mina. I regret having to place any further burden on you. Taking care of these 6 generators is vital. If we are to make the entire Isle shine bright like Ossex, I trust you can repair them. Well, I definitely hope I can. Alright. X3, X3, Queensberry Crypt and Noxus Bayou in the dark. Rian's gone missing in the commons. Got the latest right here. Wanna look? Queensberry Crypt calls to grave robbers. Duel on the mansion train. Frog friend adrift. So, yeah, there's a few places around here. Every time you buy something here, the next one costs more. It's daylight robbery. Welcome to the shop. You here to stock up? Now, if this isn't a store clerk right out of a Dark Souls game, I'll eat my hat. Alright, so... Health Rose, Vial Pouch, Spark Container, Jewel Box. Okay, well... how many bones do I have? I just have one. I have one bone. I don't think I'm going to be able to buy anything. I'm sure there's a shop here that'll sell me the other two weapons. Alright. So I guess there's like 4 areas that I can go through from the main hub right here. So let's go ahead and let's get cracking. Okay, well, check that, because I have to figure out how to destroy very large gate spikes, and then we can get cracking. I love my expensive kite. Look how high it can go. So, you know, Shovel Knight was a game where you had humans and some animal characters. This appears to be the opposite. You have animals and some human characters. I beat up a slime. Hollower's Rock. Throw a stone. I'm sure that's very useful where you come from, but I think I would prefer to keep the knife. Thank you very much. I just got a little bit out of the city and already everything has gone to hell. Of course, I need a key to get through that. Looks like there was a switch on the other side of those spikes. Well, perhaps there was. Alright. Yeah, there's a switch on that side. There has to be some way to, like, come around and then hit the switch, meaning that I can go across the bridge back to the town. It's another one of those roundabout shortcuts. I'm getting my butt kicked and all I'm doing is exploring town. Ow. I spent a fortune on my museum in Queensberry crypt. Now I hear it's overrun with looters. Well, here I am, just going into other people's houses. My sister swore a creature lived in that mirror, now she's gone. So spooky, I'm not going near it. Where's that odd little girl? She's always wandering off the manor and getting into it like it's the grandest thing. Ta-da! Step right up, kid of all ages. Jokes, japes, and laughs by a barrel and a half. Want to hear something funny? It won't cost you any money. And never hurts to laugh. Oh, no, it doesn't hurt. If you're not laughing hard enough. I'll have you howling all over the aisle soon. Just you wait. This was a joke? I have a sneaking suspicion that he might be some kind of foul villain in disguise. And there's just some dark, mysterious, glowing person over there. I'm furious. My fiancé abandoned me. Another foolish scheme. He'll die chasing fortune in Bone Beach. He'll never survive the cave network. He couldn't even bag any bones from the crypt on the bayou. I swear, every single shopkeep. Okay, Goldie plays a ton of this. Okay, they're teaching me a mechanic here, is that if I run into these types of rocks, they'll turn into lava after I burrow into them. Alright then, Mina, I got you stolen weapons if you get the bones. Yeah, I don't even begin to have the bones. So yeah, 2,000 apiece in order to get more weapons or upgrade the one that I have. There's a bike over there. I don't know, yeah, there's gotta be something, maybe if I have the axe, then I can hit those rocks, that rock over there. Or I need something that's gonna be like a fire torch, something like that. The Bowery. I'm not being let into the Bowery. The music hall is behind me, but you're not allowed in. I had enough of you trudging in dirt. I'm hauling all this furniture. At least the pay is neck high and head above the rest. So many mysteries in the town. We? No, I feel fine. This is just how I look. He is green, and it's not easy being in that particular hue. Okay, what does the west side of town look like? Because one of these things has to lead to where the next stage is. Ooh, wow, okay. Yeah, if I try to sneak around him, he's gonna sock me. Yeah, so I don't know what else is that it's quite obvious. So it's quite obvious to me that I have to knock around in this area off to the east a little bit more. Oh, you know, I think I see it shining again. Right about here. I saw it, the Dugan, massive, with a furry body and leathery rings, and then it vanished. So yeah, there is no doubt in my mind that this is the next play area. There's just so many things that I had to try. Like, for example, how am I going to get this bridge unlocked? Alright. I think I went all through that garden area over there before. Barely anything for me to explore here. This is different. At some point, I swapped my stones for my usual knife for some of these throwing rocks. Having bouncing throwing rocks is not as bad as it typically is in Ghouls and Ghosts, where all of these retro tropes seem to be coming from. I've seen more than my fair share of references to other games so far. Are they rubber rocks or do they just bounce? I can skip them across water, but on any surface, because I'm special. Because I am the Hollower. Okay, looking about here. Something I remember about Shovel Knight was there's lots of areas with very highly mechanical and puzzling platforms. Before I go there, though, I want to see what's down here. Yeah. I can get myself good and hurt in this area. Ah! I was not expecting that. Okay, there's very little of this land that I can actually stand on. Rat. Well, at least I know where I'm exploring. Wow, this really was the last place where I saved. So yeah, for the most part, I have found my way around. Just a matter of figuring out what one of these two confusing platforming areas I am capable of defeating. jeez. Well, I have almost no health again, and no checkpoint. I have to find an orb. If I don't find an orb, then I lose all the money in my pockets. That's the big penalty. Maybe I should have banked some of the bones. God. I'm getting a little tired of stuff knocking me off platforms. Of course, you know, I probably said the exact same thing about the Zelda games. Ah, well. Platforms stink. Well, I think they did a really good job of balancing the platforms here, but it's still, in some respects, a little bit clumsy trying to platform in a top-down game. They put an orb here because they have a feeling that you are probably going to flunk a lot while you're just in this one section. I was just wanting to see if there was anything under the banner. Hydrate, that's a capital idea. Thank you very much, Reaper. Ah, that's a lot better. Alright. Ow. These are my friends, is that they will tell me to make homeostasis at one point. And then they will hit me with a piano afterwards. Okay, I'm happy to have gotten this far. Alright.
Hello, Ed boys. Many doors, yeah? Too much for potato Ed boys like yourself.
Ah. I have the sneaking suspicion I'm dying a lot more to traps in this stage than I did when I was just walking through the enemy area. Yeesh. Okay. Well, I have succeeded. Because I actually did manage to hit the block. And now I have a checkpoint. Okay. I wish I could say I was doing better at this. Yeah, traps do not like me. Mace. I currently have a mace. Because I need at least, what, 4,000 in order to get something else? Well, it's actually what I'm using right now, which is exactly, yeah, the kind of Morning Star that one Simon Belmont tends to use. Looks like we're getting reasonably close to a graveyard here. The Mourner's Mile. It appears we are at an impasse. Ow. The dead are all risen from the ground, mate. Best ask the leave before you nick anything, eh? There's nothing wrong with using what's been left behind. We've just been keeping it warm for them. It's a statue without a head. I am probably going to have to find his head and then reattach the statue. Just checking to see if it might be somewhere on this screen, but obviously not. Ah. Well, there goes my orb again. Ah, gee whiz. These guys really like to make themselves known as spear throwers and potential pain in my sides. Wait. Uh-oh. What? Yeah. Nothing personal, just don't want to fall off the platform again. Yikes. Okay, Clown has made himself quite scary at this point. It's time to give that brain a poke. I'm Clumpy D, and here's my joke. A noble laid in a pleasant's grave in Queensberry Crypt. What time was the execution? 7 o'clock sharp. Severing. Until next time, try not to die, and do keep laughing, lest you try. Guy's got stage final boss written all over him. Okay, that is one serious jump right there. I'll see if I could get across that. Then I could actually use the rope to climb down here. First, I actually have to be able to see if I can make that distance. Alright. Why do I think I can do that line better than what I just did? I probably could. I'll give it another take when the clown weirdo shows up again. Hey, serious knight. Got a lot of HP too. Ah, oh, jeez. Just stick me in with the knife while I'm trying to heal myself, why don't you? Alright. Well, at least we know what the stakes are. Jeez, these guys are relentless. Nope. It's bad enough up here without me going into a place like that. What do I mean, no? Okay, okay, if it's that important to you, I'll do the puzzle room. Oh. No, 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 I actually mean to stay here this time. Ah, drat. See, I knew that was gonna happen. Compared to all the other challenges that I've done thus far, this seems relatively tame. Big mushroom. Press Y to toss, hold it to deploy in hand. While holding, hold A to float over pits. Alright. Well, I got something that presumably is going to help me with pits, but... probably not a lot. Alright. Ouch. Oh, wait a second. I have a parasol, which means I might be able to float over this section right here. There we go. That's how that's done. And of course I'm still gonna get attacked. At least I don't have to worry about that chest anymore. That's all that's right here? Yeah, I think so. Is there really anything that I can do here? Or is it that I'd probably just have to drop in from another level? I'm gonna operate on that belief. I remember, particularly in the Wind Waker, there was all of these sections where you just ended up dropping down from a higher level. And then you would go to caverns inside of caverns, and you would just kind of slowly drop through special holes in order to get to the bottom. Okay, well, here we are again. Those are some very fast-moving spikes, I don't mind telling you. Spike spurs allow you to take less damage and walk on spikes without getting knocked back. Hallelujah! But I actually need to wait until I get to... I need to get back to checkpoint in order to equip it. Sheesh. They really make you work for your status items in this game. Alright. Okay, so the last time I was here, I hit a switch. Well, actually, that switch must belong to that set of spikes. Let me go over there and press the switch and see if anything happens. Wait! Mostly avoiding these knights because they have insane amounts of shield on them. Yeah, that was just a trick, is that every time I press that switch, it spawns another goblin. Alright. Well, they're not goblins, they are fire things. They must be like imps. Okay, I'm leaving. This isn't that great a cemetery anyway, and besides that, the food service here is terrible. There's a great big pit right there. That has to be significant somehow. Ah, dead. Oh, since I'm at a checkpoint, let me get that equip. Let me equip that lovely little anti-spike device. That'll definitely help me with some of the puzzles around here. So yeah, I maxed my defense twice. Why am I still so squishy? A lot of the bad guys are still getting the better of me. So I'm assuming that now that I have this special item equipped, I might be able to get a little bit further in this section. I'm pretty sure I still get hurt when I touch spikes, but then I won't get knocked back. Okay, yeah, I get it's very reduced. Okay, there seems to be a breakable wall over there. There has to be, like, something in between this section and that section. Well, at any rate, there's still a lot of, bones I can grab around here. Is that if I were to assume that this is exactly like a Wind Waker puzzle, I would assume that there is a breakable wall that leads from this room to the other one. I don't quite think I'm capable of making that assumption, though. Drat. This could be going better. Yeah. Is the ability to walk on spikes anywhere useful in this section? Ouch. So we've already been this way because we opened the chest. Gee whiz. Now you're chasing me again. I thought we were through this. I want to loot this room a little bit more. Oh, there's just some. Oh, there was a switch to the left. That's what I was overlooking. Because there was a switch to the left, I had to hit either the switch on the left or right, and the switch on the left allows me to go up to this area. It all makes so much sense to me now. Boy, those things are annoying. Well, I was hoping you were another checkpoint instead of just another puzzle. But if ifs and buts were candy and nuts. It almost looks exactly like the other one. Even has the same crack in the wall. Oh, it looks like I came full circle. I fell from that upper room into this room. Alright. As the other truism of games like this is that, you know, the way rooms lead to other rooms can sometimes be quite confusing. You just kind of have to take the game's word for it sometime. I haven't even talked to this NPC yet. What do you have to say? 10 years ago, when they raised the spark generators, my husband said it meant a brighter future. Things are so big and different now. I feel so lost without him. Don't worry about it. I'm sure you could dig him up somewhere around here. See, now I'm creating 2 other holes. What could be in this one? Still the same spike ball. I'm landing in different areas of it, though. Alright, Alright. There's something there I suppose I can use as a checkpoint, but I can't get to it because I need a key. So I have 3 entrances into the spike vault now. I don't think I found the one that leads up to the chest right now, though. Oh, it looks like Spike Vault had a sequel. And there's where the key is. Yeah. I should live so long in order to get out of here. As I recall, there was a place nearby where I could unlock another checkpoint. I think it had to have been in this area. Alright. This is actually going quite a bit better. See what one of these things are. An iron steed. Press Y to ring the ride. Ring the bell and dismount with B. Okay. I have tricycles as items.
Lamp oil, rope, bombs. You want it? It's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough rubies.
Here I died trying to unlock another checkpoint. Yeah, I need to raise the volume on that one. Bleh. I feel that I'm progressing in the game quite nicely, but I also feel as though I am really just bumbling my way through it. Maybe it's just I'm going too quickly through certain areas. I'm going through some areas too quickly because I'm trying to get to the last place I had left off. Which is also quite symptomatic of how I was playing Shovel Knight. Burger, 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 cheeseburger, cheeseburger, cheeseburger. There's a line made by famous by John Belushi in Saturday Night Live. It's also hard to concentrate on puzzles when everything is just actively trying to kill you. You got any juice in you yet? Been a while since I last leveled up. I mean, ringing the bell is definitely something that I can do. So there has to be like another gravestone somewhere about here. Okay, those wandering cardinals are actually worth something here. Am I at the end of the line here? No, I can come out this way. Right here, tunnel this way. I failed it. There's some tricky jumps here. Is that a gun? Is what a gun? That thing I was doing, no, that wasn't a gun, that was a bicycle. Okay, so there's another gem. I need to find a way to get to the center of this. I wonder if there's a way to there from here. Or if I should just, yeah, leave. Try to get a little bit more centered to where the tomb is. Okay, I believe I opened this door with 3 stones, but I only have 1 of them at the moment. Is this a setup for a joke? Hey Brainy, did you know Tarzan's first wet dream did not involve a human? What did it involve, Reaper? Figure that one out yourself. Author Conan Doyle, you dirty doggy. Has to be something that I'm not seeing. And of course it's something that I'm not seeing because it's just difficult to see in here. It's something to keep me up at night thinking, yeah, that's not going to happen. I can see myself tunneling here, but I can't break out of this area. Let's see, if I go through that hole, then I go full circle, and then I come out here. I'm gonna keep puzzling my way through this limited 8-bit landscape. Try to see where the answer to all this is. There's also a mouse hole, yeah, just kind of right there. But the thing that's really going to keep me up all night thinking is the solution to this puzzle. Do anything to that root on the wall right there? And that just brings me back to the start, like I suspected. Well, maybe this isn't doing more than just giving me a preview of that area right there. Feel as though that there's a bit more I could be I believe it was this one here, yeah, it took me to the section off to the side. This is what led me up the path in order to go in that other direction. Yeah, what's going on up here again? Oh, I found the key here. No need for me to still be here. Just make sure I don't disturb the dead. You sound exactly like those guys that were talking in the graveyard. Alright. Well, I wasn't expecting that. It wasn't much, but I wasn't expecting it. Okay, you know, I actually think I get it now. Explosions are just like life saying, wee! Sure, I don't deserve disturb the dead. Maybe it means that, yeah, there's more gravestones up here. I think I just hit a B flat. I just hit a B flat, Reaper. Oh, there it was. Vial pouch increases the max amount of plasma vials. Okay, well, that's useful. Alright. Okay, well that's out of the way. Now I gotta figure this one out. Only way in there seems to be... Yeah, these don't never seem to be breakable. I keep feeling as though, yeah, it has to be something in this room. Yeah, I'm pretty much done with that one. Not gonna have anything to do with the room that's higher up, because that would just kind of break the logic of everything. Hey, I've got a great idea. Why don't I just take pot shots at you until you go away? Yeah, the knights are annoying. Well, I see a shiny too, but it's in the area I haven't been able to reach yet. See that thing that's floating right there in the middle? I see an orb, and it's just kind of next to the staircase that would lead me to that upper area of the whole mausoleum. Let me see. I talked to that girl recently. She told me is that, yeah, she's just kind of getting tired of finding the exit at this point. I just kind of feel like somebody out there probably just ruined it for her. The only thing that connects this area to that area is that grid area in between. Doesn't prove to be in any way that this is something that I can break through, though. Yeah, I don't think I can get up there through here. There has to be something else. Got a bunch of these bicycles. The bicycles don't look as though that they can break through a lot of the stuff here. And this is the only other area around. If all is lost, you will return here with all your sparks restored. I'm gonna start looking for another area. Maybe this is just something I don't know how to do just yet. Boy, those knights are annoying. Trying to figure out this door here. If I recently died and then resurrected, then I know that one of those areas is filled. I think maybe it has to be that I unlock all 3 checkpoints and then I come out here without having taken any damage, but don't quote me on that. That's probably not quite the way that that works. Well, like most Zelda games, is that I'm just pretty soft-locked at this point. There's one answer to all of this, I just haven't figured it out yet. This is as close as I will get to this, next possible chamber. Unless I answer the riddle. Doesn't make sense that it have anything to do with the bicycle. I don't do riddles, yeah. Okay, it doesn't really help a lot in order to hit the knight with the bicycle. Okay, so if I were to assume that the only way to open this door would be to have all of the checkpoints, well then I would have to go to the previous checkpoint that I had opened up, and I just going to need to bring that spark with me, or but then I still only have 2 checkpoints in that situation. There's still one more that I would need to find. The ways of the Hollower are mysterious. And in fact, it has been pretty poorly explained up until this point what a Hollower is supposed to be doing. You're the person who gave this entire place electricity, plus you fight goblins and stuff, something like that. Man, this is a tough area to go through. So... I don't want to stop playing this because I'm obviously having a good time. I just can't figure out what I'm supposed to be doing next. It's a drag. I don't think I found anything resembling that one statue's missing head. Not really a map in this game either. That's one thing that Zelda has over so many of these Mina the Hollower is that Zelda has maps. So hard to backtrack. Yeah, I just resurrected here. That gave me the spark. And now this door is responding to the one spark that I have. Alright. I can't wait to find the power-up item that prevents me from taking knockback while I'm on those platforms. There's a parasol again. I'm just trying to see what happens when I backtrack here. I don't get another spark. I silently hope that, you know, this is going to help me level up, but no such luck. I'm going to be plugging away at a good amount of this for a while. And there's probably, you know, a lot of times in between I might have to actually buy keys from town. I might actually have to solve some of the in-town puzzles. I haven't even begun to pick up enough currency in order to afford anything. You wanted... yeah, 2,000 for everything. So I see that the bicycle power-up is here again. Maybe the bicycle is the only thing that can separate these logs. Yeah, that's what that is. It's a power-up. As I was using it a lot in the graveyard. So another theory about that door is that I'm currently holding an orb because I recently resurrected. Is it only possible for me to open that door if I have like 3 orb slots and each one of them has an orb in it? This is the Undying Garden of Evra. My old master Godred left only one heir, Evra, where he sought to nurture life. She sought to outlast death. Her obsession drove her mad. One day she simply vanished, and all that remained was her garden. So now I tended in her honor. Okay, so I feel like I can go a lot further because now I have a parasol. But I'm also assuming that this right here, I could probably flip a switch and cause steam to rise. So I'm probably not going to make it across the chasm doing this. but I'm gonna try. Yeah, that did not work. I had to fly. Well, I had to learn how to fly.
Yo, I saw you jumping around. See those tiles? Try leaping as far as you can. Your last jump was 1.6 tiles. Your old record is 1.6. Did you ever try jumping with a sidearm or a trinket?
Yeah. Having certain kinds of items and trinkets are definitely what you need in order to solve some of these puzzles. I'm sure there's a lot of things in town that can help me, but they probably require me to collect more currency. Bet you can't kick the can across the bridge. Which bridge? See, here's another one. I can only open this door if I have 2 orbs. Maybe there was a 1 orb door and I already went through it. I don't really know. Oop, I might have been able to get over to that rope, but I dropped the parasol behind me. I don't know if I'm just going to be able to get another one in town. Yeah, there's something here. I thought that earlier if I were to toss an axe on the highlighted logs, that would actually be able to open it, but I suppose not. I had to figure out, you know, what I need in order to... Can't hear you down there. Come up here, will you? See, that's the bottom of the giraffe. It's mostly buried in the floor here. Okay, well, you know, like I said, is that I've been enjoying myself, and I would like to spend some more time playing this game, but unfortunately, I have to acknowledge, like in the millions of times I was playing Link to the Past, that, yeah, I just really don't know how to get to the next step, so more than likely I'll play this again in a week, and I'll look up the next solution in a walkthrough just before I get on. But at any rate, thank you everybody once again for tuning in. Thank you to Reaper is here. Thank you to Judo Kame and also, yeah, thank you to Queen Vampiress thank you all for tuning in. You guys have all been a fantastic audience. Tomorrow, you know, I had mentioned the fact that, you know, I'd be getting together with my new stream team, but I recently learned that that is actually just something that's going to be happening on Discord. So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to create a stream with that, but I am more than likely going to be here probably about 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then we will go ahead and we will, we'll probably play something that evening. I'm looking most likely at playing some PUBG 4D, because that's also a game that I recently got. Anyways, thank you everybody once again for tuning in. Is that I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna do a raid here. Let's see, who would I like to be able to pay a visit to right now? Let's see. I would like to pay a visit to Magic is on right now. Simply Fantastic is on at the moment. Let's see. I think I would like to go over to... Well, actually, we're going to go over to Bum Video Games right now. They are... I believe that they're playing Pokemon Void, which is I think it's either a homebrew game. Yeah, I think it's one of those RPG Maker original creation Pokemon games. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to pay a visit to them. Alright. So, me and Bum Video Games, as well as Zanibrikia, who's over there on that channel right now, we're all going to be starting up a new stream team. It's called Small Critters. I'm still waiting on, whether the great big announcements to come out. And then you'll most likely see them over on Blue Sky, and then you'll probably also see them right here on the stream as part of my stream opening. I'm looking forward to it. They're a great bunch of guys, and I can't wait to start doing collabs with them. But in the meantime, though, I remain Braining the RPG Cat. Remember, BRNY means smart, nothing is too hard if you use your head. Always be the change you want to see in the world. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow with Bubsy 4D.